Is we are going to talk with the Flask. It's another framework, but this framework is lightweight and flexible, and it's a micro framework. And you can also build web application using this one. Like Django has like built-in features. Already we know we can see the admin, we can log in. We have not created login form or not created login features in Django, but you are able to log in, right? Or you can create the user there. Here, if I want to create a new user, here there is add user features they have given. I am creating one user admin, and password I am giving so you see one user admin has successfully added. I go to see that I have created admin. This is here, and there are also they are created groups. That user can be a particular group, and even you can create a group, test group, right, and save. One test group is created, and what are the permissions you want to group this? Suppose that I am giving all this permission. User, I am editing that one, and suppose that I want to give all the permissions to this user. I want to put this user in this group. I can do this one, right? So these are the built-in features given by Django. But if you're talking about Flask, there is no built-in features. We have to write your own code by using that framework. And it's also encourages modular and to use its extension and third-party packages, right? And what is the official website of Flask? It's flask.parallelprojects.com. The website is Flask. Sorry, this is the official website of Flask. So whenever you're looking to develop a light website using any framework in Python, Flask is the best choice, right? Now, how to get Flask? So let us see. So I'm now terminating this one, clear, and then what I should do now? I am going to develop a project in Flask. What should I do? Anybody can help me?
Deactivate.
Yeah, deactivate. Deactivate this environment, and I'm going to create a new project, a new folder, mkdir Flask Projects cd Flask Projects, right? And within this, I'm going to create what? What I should do now? I have to create a project in Flask.
New environment.
New environment. And how I can do this? Anybody can tell me?
Python -m.
Python -m.
venv.
venv. And then
Flask. env.
Flask env. I'm just writing, right? It's creating. It's taking some time, that's why now this is environment. Okay, one thing happened, 1 second. Wait, I should not create here. Actually, it's created under that. I should create here mkdir Flask Projects cd Flask Projects, and you see one folder is created parallel to its Django one, more visible, right? Now here we'll create environment Python -m. What is the command?
VNV.
VEN EV, and then Flask env. So it's created, right? So this was the folder I had created, and within that you see environment has been created, right? And after doing that I will have to activate. So I'll write source Flask env bin activate. So environment has been activated because it's showing here in a small bracket. Now what I'll do, I will install Flask pip install Flask. So requirement already satisfied because Flask is already installed earlier, so that's why it's giving this one, right? Now how to check that Flask is already on my laptop? This is pip so Flask. So it's giving me the what is the version, name, type, author. It's already giving some information. This way you can check the Flask is already installed or not. Let us write a simple use of Flask, how it's uses. So till now I hope interesting, or how it's going? Are you good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for acknowledging. If you keep giving me feedback and acknowledge, then I'll feel that my audience are keep intact with me, right? This will give you more energy. Okay. Now suppose that this is the Flask main folder, and now I'm going to create a file hello.py, right? And within that I'm writing, what is the first thing I have to write? From Flask import Flask. From Flask import Flask, right? Once you have written this one, Flask is imported, you have to create a app handler. How you can do that one? App Flask name, app equal to Flask. This is the style of creating projects in this particular framework, so nothing to worry that you have to write something else. Then as I told you that it's not providing any built-in features, so you have to write each and everything, right? So it's not like each and everything, but there is some structure. Suppose that I am creating an endpoint and displaying something. So how you can do that one? This is the structure. At that app.route, at that app.route, and in the route, suppose that someone is just writing this one, I am writing the function. Within that, one function should be called, and that is hello world, sorry, right? And within this I want to return hello world. Like you can write is like in the bold format, you can print this one, right? right? So this is the simple code snippet I'm writing in Flask, right? And how you can run this one? Flask -app, then file name without any extension, then write run. Flask, then what should I write?
-app.
Who is more happy today? Then file name, sorry, hello, then run. What is the problem? Flask -app, then hello. Where is the problem?
With the file name, I think.
Yes, because file name is not coming here, right? Some issue is that it's created under this one, environment one. So it should be under this, right? Make sense? It should not go under the environment folder. It should be outside environment because I am directly accessing from here. We should not create any file of the project under environment. Then I should run here. So you see, this is development server, and here I'm taking this. So you see, by default it's run on the which port?
5000.
5000. Let it copy this one and put in URL. It's printed hello world, right? So this is how a simple Flask code works. You can write as many as, and you can follow the tutorial, this Flask website, and you can see there are much way you can have some different way. Like I have written simple program. You can write here like hello, then print something. You can pass parameter in a URL and receive here, then use those, right? So lots of things can be done. Suppose that instead I was just printing some text. In here it was just a text. I want to use a HTML file. So what will be like that? Render template will be used and put the HTML file, and if you pass some variable, it will also pass to that HTML, and you can use that HTML variable here in double curly braces. So go to this documentation, look into and try one by one, you will have better understanding. So I hope you have some understanding about Flask framework as well. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, great. So keep practicing, go to this website, and you are if you are curious, I think between Django and Flask, you are interested to first try any one of the framework. I recommend go with the Flask because it's lightweight and very easily you can understand. And this HTML styling is known as the Jinja templates. So Flask uses Jinja templates too, and there is on syntax where if you pass any, like here I'm passing this HTML file rendering and passing this variable name, and I have this HTML file, I'm using that to display in double curly braces. So just try out, you will have some more insights. Okay, great. Now we can move on to the next topic. So also we have run the application with this one, but suppose that you want to run this Flask app, and let me show you something. Suppose that I'm just copying this and I have written here polls, right? And then I am calling function polls function polls, right? So it means if I write this in the URL polls, what it should print? What it should print? Polls, right? Because it's coming to this route polls and calling this function and printing polls as per the code. It will not go here, it will come here in the Flask. But it's not recognizing because the changes is not reflected to the web server. So what we can do, Control C, either you run again or run in debug mode. Right? If you run in the debug mode, now load this one. It's printing, correct? Now I am writing this one. This URL do not exist, but if we go to the file and change this to this one, now try, it's printing because the changes has been reflected dynamically. So if you want to see whatever the changes you want to do in the file should immediately reflect in the browser, always put that in debug mode, this one, right? So clear?